Welcome to Deluxe Arms webinars. In this video, we'll give a quick overview of Deluxe Arms along with how to participate in our webinars. Deluxe Arms specializes in unique, one-of-a-kind, custom, and otherwise highly desirable firearms. If you go to deluxearms.com, you'll see a selection of these firearms from a variety of manufacturers and custom shops. In addition, we customize firearms in-house. If you have a firearm that you'd like to customize, you could contact us at info@deluxearms.com or at 888-966-2011. So what are Deluxe Arms webinars? At Deluxe Arms webinars, we feature these custom and hard-to-find firearms in a short webinar format that lasts anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. We briefly cover the manufacturer, specifications, and basic characteristics of the item. It's also important to note that our webinars are not just limited to firearms. On occasion, you may see other items that are desirable and/or hard to find. Regardless, at the end of every webinar, we will randomly select one participant to receive the item featured in the webinar for their own review. So how do you participate in Deluxe Arms webinars? The first thing you want to do is ensure that the item is legal where you reside. Many of our webinars will feature firearms, and if you live in a state that you know has restrictions on firearms, then you will want to contact your FFL, provide them a description of the firearm that you may receive if you are selected, and to ensure that it is legal. If it is, then you'll go ahead and book a seat in the webinar. You'll notice that there are two different tags on our webinars. There's the Book Now and the Coming Soon tags. Book Now tags are available for seat purchases coming soon, not yet, but will be. So keep an eye on those if you're interested in any of those items. So once you find a webinar you'd like to book seats to, you'll click on it and you'll go to the webinar details page. Here you'll find the price per seat, the number of points you'll earn with our rewards program, the scheduled date and time of the webinar, along with a quick summary of the featured item. If there are any additional restrictions for the item, they will appear here. For example, this is an NFA item, so there are additional restrictions to owning this. Beneath all that is the seat chart. This is where you can book seats to the webinar. Everything in green is available to be booked. Everything red has already been booked by another customer. If you scroll down further, you'll find a detailed description on the webinar. Here is some important information to note, such as the reservation deadline. This is typically 1 day prior to the scheduled date time of the webinar, so don't wait to the last minute to book your seats. The number of seats available and the minimum participation. If we sell at least 75 seats, we will hold the webinar. If we don't, then everybody who purchased seats to the webinar will be refunded and the webinar will be postponed at a future date. In addition, you'll notice the number of points earned. We're going to have a separate video on the points and rewards program, so be sure to watch that. That essentially gives you discounted or free seats to future webinars, so you'll definitely want to participate in the points and rewards program. In addition, you'll find some more detailed information about the webinar along with the featured item. If the item happens to have additional shipping and handling charges, that will be displayed here. If you are located in states such as Alaska, Hawaii, Puerto Rico, Guam, there will be an additional charge to ship items, so contact us if you are there and we will provide you with the shipping costs in case you are the selected participant. So if you'd like to book a seat to this webinar, go ahead and choose the number of seats you'd like, hit the proceed button, and you'll go to your shopping cart. At the shopping cart, a couple of important pieces of information to note. First, we only allow you to check out with one webinar at a time. We do this to help simplify the purchase history for both us and you. If you'd like to purchase seats to multiple webinars, just go ahead and check out multiple times. In addition, we only hold webinar seats for 5 minutes, so go ahead and check out quickly. You'll also see the apply coupon area. This is part of our points and rewards program, so be sure to watch that video to understand how that works. Then you'll click the proceed to checkout button. At checkout, you're going to enter your details. If you've never purchased anything on our webinar site before, then this will all be blank. You'll just go ahead and fill it all in. One important thing to note, webinar alias, this should be an alias and not your real name. At the end of every webinar, the random person that we choose to receive the item, the webinar alias will be displayed. So we recommend using an alias, and again, not your real name. After you enter all your information, enter your credit card info, make sure that matches exactly the billing details, otherwise the purchase will be rejected. Agree to our terms and conditions and place your order. If you've already placed an order on our website before, then all this information will be pre-filled. If you chose to save your credit card, that will be pre-filled as well, and you'll just hit place order. If this is your first time, you'll receive an email with a registration link. You'll click on that, set your password, and then you'll have access to all the videos for the webinars in which you've participated in, along with the points and rewards program. That will be available in your account screen. You'll also receive an email with the order details, and then you'll want to watch your email because once the webinar is scheduled to take place, you will receive a Zoom link. And that Zoom link will be provided approximately 12 to 24 hours prior to the meeting being held. Remember, the webinars are for educational purposes. They are not lotteries, giveaways, or sweepstakes. After we review the item in the webinar, we'll then randomly choose a participant to receive it for their own review. How do we choose the participant to receive the item? We use a third-party service, random.org, to do the drawing. Random.org is the gold standard for verifiable random third-party drawing. In this example, we will do a test drawing for webinar 103 from the 90 seats that were booked. So once we complete the drawing, you'll see the seat number that was chosen. This will be displayed to all the participants along with the webinar alias. Now, if you are chosen to receive the item in the webinar, we will get in touch with you for FFL information if it was a firearm. If it's an NFA item, we will need additional information, and we will get that from you as well. If it was not a firearm and is not a restricted item, then we will ship the item directly to you and we will send you a tracking number. If the item requires special handling or additional fees in order to make delivery, we will contact you to make payment or arrangements for delivery. Because this isn't a lottery or a giveaway, the item that we send to the selected participant is meant to be reviewed. Let's say you received the item that was featured in the webinar. We want you to take it out to the range. If it was a firearm, test it out, break it down, clean it, do whatever you'd like to it. We'll follow up with you on occasion to see if you've had a chance to review it. If you have, then you could send us a written review, or maybe if you made a video, and we'll post that to our website. After that, if you'd like to keep the item, we'll make you an offer that you can't refuse. And that's it with the webinars. If we didn't cover something and you still have questions, please watch our FAQ video, which will go a little bit more in depth on common questions. If you still have questions after watching the FAQ, you can contact us at info@deluxearms.com, or you can call us at 888-966-2011. Thank you for watching.